Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Phatkat Collections. Today I got a product that I've been looking forward to featuring on this channel. AliExpress reached out and wanted to collaborate on two products, and this is super handy. So this is, are you ready? Totally outside the box for Phatkat Collections. This is an open top, what you could consider like an electrician's tool bag. Now I wanted something like this just because it's very easy to access from the top, and I wanted something more of like in a high visibility. So that's why I chose this item. I also chose a sort of like a tool vest, which I'm going to review in a different video. So rather short video on this. Just going to go over kind of the main points and give you guys what my opinions of what I think about it. I've used different tool bags in the past, and you know, a lot of people will think that things on AliExpress are just kind of cheap and you kind of get what you pay for, but to be honest with you, I'm pretty impressed with the quality of this. I've used bags by many different brands. You know, you can go to Lowe's, you can go to Home Depot and all these different stores and find, really nice assortment of bags, whether it be by their own branded brands like Cobalt and DeWalt. And don't get me wrong, they're all nice, but you generally pay like $60 to like $200 for a lot of bags. I even looked into getting something that was made of like leather, and they were like 150 to 300 plus, and that's kind of a lot to rationalize for a tool bag. Granted, you know, when you get something leather, it's probably gonna last you a lifetime for the most part, but something like this, I'm willing to just give it a chance, especially because it was free. The other reason why I've been eyeballing this is I like these sort of small, what I might call form factor bags that are kind of rigid, but allow you to kind of store whatever you need on the inside here without having like an actual toolbox or a zipper. Very easy to just kind of access what you need. Now, I don't necessarily use stuff like this professionally, but I find this really handy when I'm just going out to my car to work on it. A lot of times I'm not working on my car or doing something that requires me to pull the car in the garage. I do a lot of work on my driveway. Sometimes I'm just maybe hanging string lights or putting in a new product somewhere in the house, and all I need is a drill and a couple wrenches, but this gives you a lot of options, and I just really like these open top bags. So what do you get with this? So first off, one thing I noticed taking it right out of the packaging was it came with these three kind of inserts, and I was like, you know, what the hell are these for? Obviously there's three compartments on the inside, so I figured it had something to do with using them on the inside, and I was trying to like tuck them in, and I was like, what is the point of this? They're like flopping out. So unfortunately they don't give you any instructions on this, which you might say, why on earth would you need instructions or something like that? But I do find it annoying when companies, that there is even if it's a very minor, simplistic level of assembly, that you get it and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? So luckily I was able to pull the picture off the AliExpress site, and I will put the link to this in the description where you can pick this up. Right now, this sucker is on sale as well for like $19, which is absolutely incredible. But basically these kind of inserts, I don't know why they made inserts on this to keep it rigid. Maybe it helps with shipping, but I'm not going to take them out, but there are these kind of rigid panels made of plastic and this type of nylon type material that basically you just force inside each division here, and then there's a flap on the inside of this bag, and you tuck it under the flap. When I first put them in here, it was like flapping around off the top. I was like, this can't be right. So luckily their picture showed this flap, which made me go back in there and say, you tuck it under there. So some of you may figure it out on your own. Maybe I would have without the picture, but anyway, the brand of this is called Jakah. Not sure what else they make, but it seems like they have several different bags. If you're not interested in sort of the electrician style bag that's open top, they have other options. I did toy with the idea of one of their other options, but I'm glad I chose this one. It's not too large, and honestly, the quality's pretty nice. Like, I have a couple bags that cost, you know, I don't know, like 80, 90 bucks, and this is pretty comparable. Really nice stitching on it, very rigid edges. The other thing that really drew me into this bag is, believe it or not, there's not a lot of products out there when it comes to tool belts or tool bags that come in a high visibility color. And I know that a lot of you might be saying, well, that's going to get dirty, and it is, but generally I like, whenever I'm using something, whether it be, in a personal life or professional life, I like to have something that's kind of high visibility. Like I said, I'm not, without disclosing, my line of work, I do use tools sometimes, and sometimes when I do grab something, it's nice to just have something that's, I don't know, it just gives you a nice kind of construction type visual representation. I wish they made this in like an orange. Whoop, my screen just went off here. I think a real improvement, well, a lot of times companies will make these just based on their brand colors. Like if you get a DeWalt, I think DeWalt is yellow. You gotta have yellow and black, right? Same thing with Makita. So I think it would be really nice. I'd like to see something like this made, and it's crazy nobody makes it. It's even hard to find any bag that has like reflective properties to it. So I'd really like to see this in like, this is a great color. This is a perfect high visibility green, but I'd like to see it maybe with an orange variation, and then of course maybe some high visibility. If you have the green, then you'll have like an orange and reflective kind of stripes on it, like you'd find on like a a safety vest or something like that, right? But overall, great construction, very nice. You have some pockets on the front here. These are 2 pockets on the main side, and then you have smaller pocket, screwdriver, utility knife, or whatnot. On the back side, same thing, or similar. You have 4 different pockets. You can put screwdrivers or whatever in there, whatever will fit. And then you have kind of like a retention tab on here as well. I'm glad they did that with just standard, like, I don't know, it was like a Cordura or nylon. But I like that they didn't do like elastic, because that tends to stretch out and break. So very nice, very durable. What else? You have side pockets, same thing. I'm not going to bore you with, you put whatever fits in there, right? And then you have, of course, a key clip, which is super handy. It's nice that they thought about that. You have an inside pocket, some interior straps, which is going to be hard to pick up on camera, but one side has interior straps. What I like about these two is that it fits like a more of a compact drill perfectly in here, like right in the middle. If you carry 2 drills, 3 drills, super handy. And then you have a clip on the side, so if you were walking in somewhere, you do have a shoulder strap. It is not a super well padded shoulder strap, but it'll get the job done. There are swivels on the quick release, I don't know what you call these little clips, right? What else? And then you have a side clip here, so you can put a tape measure on there, or you could clip another drill on there, which is pretty handy. And the other thing I really like about it, very secure, nice, solid handle, but this does clip off too. So you can open this up and have the entire interior exposed. I know that may seem like it's not that big a deal, but sometimes when I'm doing stuff, I'll have an extra bag hanging on this for like scraps and whatnot. And what I find annoying is sometimes that little flop around and this handle will kind of get in the way. Again, these are very small gripes, but I like the fact that you can just kind of open this up and you have full access. Really easy to get to what you need to get to. On the bottom, you have a couple kind of not really rubber, but sort of like a rubberized plastic feet. Just going to help to keep the bottom from getting beat up. However, if you look at the height on those, the edge of the bag actually hangs lower. I mean, maybe when you put stuff in here, that might push down a little bit, but I think they should have made the feet a little bit larger on this so that you'd actually be sitting on the ground. But I mean, this is pretty durable material. And the thing is, you got to think about, folks, when you're looking at bags like this, I mean, this is $19. I think normally it was like $25. Which is absolutely incredible. I see it on here also for like $18. So you can even get this like, cheaper than I paid for it, right? Or cheaper than I got it for, excuse me. A lot cheaper than other bags I paid, right? So it's pretty awesome. And again, the main thing that made me choose this, I really like the high visibility colors on anything that's work related, right? Whether you're working on your house. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the bags that I've seen, especially one that I'm going to replace with this one. It's like a brown, like a dark brown and black. And I know you're not going to lose something like this, but I think that, anytime you're working around a lot of people, or let's say you're on maybe depending on what you do, you're on a job site. I don't know. I just feel like accidents are so easy to happen when there's a lot going on. And this is just really easy to see, So I don't know. That's just my take on it. Absolutely love it. Really excited to fill it up. And, again, no, not today or anything like that, but next time I'm working on a project, it'll be super handy. And I find, again, some folks will say, it's not going to last more than a year. We're going to put it to the test, see how long it lasts. The way that I use things, I'm sure this will last a lifetime, but very cool company. But overall, again, the main thing that really drew me into it was the pricing. Of course, I would have bought this regardless because it was on my AliExpress kind of list of things to buy. But getting it for free is pretty awesome, and I look forward to reviewing some of their other products. We'll see if AliExpress wants to collaborate again on some of their other stuff. They have some other kind of like other electrician bags, which are pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, let me know. Drop a comment. If you haven't checked out my other video, check out the tool vest video. That's going to be pretty handy. I'm always doing something around the house, and it's always nice to, I think, this is kind of a little bit of a side note when it comes to how you want to carry tools, but I know I kind of go back and forth with tool belts and tool bags, and there is the convenience of, having an actual bag and having a lot more stuff that you may or may not need, right? I find myself, I'm constantly running back and forth into the garage. But having a tool vest prevents you from bending down a lot. So if you're doing anything where you're bending, I mean, I work out, I'm in pretty decent shape. You know, I don't consider myself out of shape. And, you know, even for me, bending down, stooping, doing that kind of stuff, it does kind of wear on you a bit. So anything I can do to avoid having to bend down and protect my back, I think is handy. And so I generally do like to wear a tool belt when I'm doing stuff, no matter what I'm doing, unless I'm like crawling under a car. But I don't know, you know, it's personal preference. Everybody's got something they like more than another option, but it is an option for you, and it's a really affordable option, especially for this price. Somebody may not rationalize buying an expensive tool bag when you go into like a brick and mortar store, but for this price, for 19, 20 bucks, it's definitely one to have in your tool lineup. So thanks for watching, folks. Links in the description. Have a fantastic day, and take care.